Oh my god. 2023, here we are. What is actually going on? Life is going by way too quickly to the point where it is kind of terrifying. I'm gonna be like 80 or 90 soon. Happy New Year's, you guys. I cannot believe it's 2023. If this video is going up on the day that I planned for it to go up, New Year's would have been a couple days ago. So I hope you all had the best New Year's Eve ever and entered the new year surrounded by people that you love and that you care about. And I hope that you all are also not too hungover. That was me last year and that is not me this year. I'm filming this the day before New Year's, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be in bed by like 9:30. Which, honestly, I love that for me. So for today's video, I thought that I would sit down and chat you all through a few of my 2023 New Year's resolutions, which I am very excited to sit down and chat to you guys about. I have so much going on, especially within the first half of 2023, and I'm so freaking excited. I'm so excited. 2022 was hands down the best year of my whole entire life, I think. I feel the most aligned that I have ever felt in my whole entire life. So going into 2023, it was hard to think of goals or resolutions that would make my life even better, but I did end up creating quite a lengthy list, as I always do. So if you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel right down below if you haven't already. And if you'd like to hear about all of my New Year's resolutions and goals for 2023, then just keep on watching. This book right here is my monthly goals book. I have had this for like over 2 years now, I think, and I use it on the first day of every single month to write down my goals for the upcoming month. I also use this book to write down my goals and manifestations for the new year, whenever it is a new year. So let me flick to my page for 2023. Something that I also really like to do in terms of manifestation is writing down a letter from December 2023, Lacey, and it's like I'm writing the letter to me now. So I'm getting in the mindset of December 2023. I've had the best year of my whole entire life, and I'm writing a letter to my previous self, which is the me that I am now. Hopefully this is making sense. And I just write down how my whole entire year has been in past tense. So I write things like, this year has been the best year of my whole entire life. I made this much. I did this much. I traveled to this place. I met these people. That type of manifestation technique is something that I've been doing for a good few years now. And I honestly look forward to doing it at the end of every single year. It's one of my favorite ways to manifest and put all of my goals and thoughts that are in my head onto paper. So I did that this year. It's very lengthy. It's like almost 2 pages. But from that letter to myself, I then went ahead and picked out all of the dot points from that letter to myself, and I wrote them in like a checklist type of form so that I have exact, clear ideas of my goals and the things that I want to manifest in 2023. Also, I did one of these videos last year. I need to go back and look at it, but if you're new and you haven't seen it, I will definitely make sure to link it. So getting onto this year's list, I'm very excited. I'm so excited about 2023. The very first one is monetizing my YouTube channel. If you guys watch Vlogmas, it's something that I spoke a lot about all throughout Vlogmas. I would absolutely love to monetize my channel in 2023. I think it's also very doable. We've ticked off all of the different requirements for being able to be monetized. The only thing we haven't completed is the amount of watch hours. So I think we're roughly up to like 1,600 and we need 4,000. So grab some popcorn, grab a coffee, and sit and just watch many hours of my YouTube videos. If you want to help me out, that would be great. Thank you so much. I think that's doable. I really truly do. I do have a new uploading schedule to be able to fast track the monetization. In 2022, I was uploading 1 video a week on a Friday, and going into 2023, I'm going to be committing. I'm not going to say I'm going to try. I'm going to say that I am, and I will be uploading every Tuesday and Friday. So I think doubling up on the content that I normally do will help me make this New Year's resolution a little bit more attainable. The next New Year's resolution on the list is reaching 10,000 YouTube subscribers, which is a lot. I think I've set this goal so high because of the growth that I saw throughout Vlogmas. We killed it with Vlogmas. Like, all my analytics were in the green, things were going up, things were going great. And I think it really just showed to me that if I put the effort in to being myself in my videos and being consistent with my content, I don't think there's any reason why we can't get to 10K. Moving along to number 3. Number 3 is buy a van. Buying a van has been on my vision board for many years. I think I could probably even say 4 or 5 years if I'm gonna be honest. I've gone to go and look at a ton of vans. I've test driven a ton of vans in the past, and I think 2023 is the year where my van manifestation comes into fruition. I actually have a purpose other than just because I want a van now. With my business, To Nurture Your Soul, we do a ton of markets, as you would know if you watch my channel. And the little Mazda, it's just not really cutting it anymore. It sucks having no space in my car and just driving around in a small car filled to the brim with market supplies is actually pretty dangerous as well. If I was to get in any sort of accident, touch wood, it would just be horrific. It would be horrible. So getting a van is definitely on my priority list, not only for my business, but also because like I could just take it on little adventures as well, you know? It would be so fun. So excited. Moving on to number 4. Number 4 on my list is my Europe trip. I am very excited for that. I have never left my country other than going to Bali. So getting to do a trip to Europe, the UK in particular, I am very excited about it. Next on my list is my dollar amount that I want to make at the show. I don't think I'm gonna say the exact dollar amount, but I do have a goal in mind for the amount of money that I would love to be able to make at the show. It's a lot, so it's a little bit intimidating, but I have spoken about this goal with a few different people and lots of people think that it's very attainable. I personally am like, how is that amount of money attainable? But that kind of links in with another dot point that we'll talk about a little bit later in relation to money and my relationship with money. Making this certain dollar amount at the show, if we achieve this, like, this amount is more than I have made in a whole entire year working in hospitality. And if we do that, I'm gonna feel like I won the lotto. I truly am gonna feel like a millionaire. I'm very excited for that. We're being positive. The next dot point is another one in relation to money. So I'm not gonna say the exact dollar amount again, but the gist of it is to be able to have more money in my savings than I have ever had before. But yeah, I would love to see my savings account continue to grow in 2023. She's been stagnant for a while. Actually, she's gone a little bit backwards with all of the prep for the Easter show, but I'm positive after the show, we're topping her back up and she's feeling healthy and fresh again. The next dot point is working with HelloFresh. I don't know why I'm so fixated on working with HelloFresh. I honestly couldn't tell you why. I just love them. I think that as a company, they look really cool. I know a lot of other creators that have worked with them. And yeah, I don't know. I just think it would be really cool to work with HelloFresh. And it must mean something. Like, it must somehow mean something, because HelloFresh is very random for me. They're not a beauty brand, they're not a clothing brand, they're like a food brand. So I don't know why the universe is bringing me HelloFresh and I want to write that down, but that is a massive goal of mine for 2023. Just working with them in any capacity really, like whether that's creating UGC content for them or working with them on a video for YouTube. I don't know, just working with them in some capacity. Next dot point is to release new products every single month on To Nurture Your Soul. So if you guys are new, To Nurture Your Soul is my small business. If you haven't had a look at our website before, definitely make sure to check the description box of any one of our videos. I always leave a link to it in the description box down below. But yeah, releasing a new product every single month on To Nurture Your Soul is another goal of mine for 2023. This was a goal of mine for 2022 and we did achieve it. I'm very happy about it. The next stop point is to continue therapy, a very simple one. I'm very open with talking about the fact that I go to therapy. I think that it's extremely important for everyone to go to therapy at least once in your life. I don't know what I would do without my therapist at this point. She is the best person ever. So yeah, continuing to catch up with my bestie Leslie is definitely something on my New Year's resolutions list. It truly is, for me at least, one of the biggest forms of self-love. It's something that I do for myself, for my mental health. It keeps me aligned and on track each week, month, however often I go. I don't know, I just think there's something so healthy about having a space where you can literally talk about anything. The next one is a typical one for a New Year's resolution list, and it is to prioritize my physical health. This one has just always been on my list. I feel like it's one that is on everyone's list, and towards the end of 2022 I definitely was prioritizing my physical health and just also eating healthy food. I think that's just as important when it comes to prioritizing your physical health. I'm sure most of you have heard people say your physical health has more to do with what you are putting into your body rather than what you're doing on the outside to like exercise and stuff. I mean, exercise is still important. I hate it and find it very difficult, but it is still important to do. We're almost to the end. We've got like 3 or 4 left. The next one I have written down is for my business to nurture your soul to become a 6-figure business, which I honestly think we will be able to hit this year. In terms of like a 6-figure business, I feel like people classify that in lots of different ways. To me, my business is going to be a 6-figure business once I reach $100,000 in online store sales. So I'm not really including my market stalls or the custom stuff that I do, and if I did, we technically probably would be very close to being a 6-figure business. But to me, the moment that my website says that it has made $100,000, that is when I'm going to celebrate, and that is when I'm going to tell people that I own a 6-figure business. What was that? Don't mind me, I just own a 6-figure business. That's something that I would love to achieve in 2023, and I think it is very attainable because we are pretty much halfway there. Third last on the list is to write more gratitude. This is something that I've been trying my hardest to get back into over the past few months. I was really good at writing gratitude in the winter. I think because I was struggling a little bit more in the winter, and that's when writing gratitude really came in handy for me and my mental health. Writing gratitude doesn't have to be some big elaborate thing. The things that you can be grateful for each day can differ. You don't have to be grateful for these big elaborate things. You can sit down in the morning, get your gratitude journal out and write down the fact that you are grateful for your morning coffee. You are grateful that you have 5 minutes to be able to write down and write gratitude. Writing gratitude truly does allow you to look at the little things in life just as much as it gets you to look at the big things. I'm definitely getting back into doing that this year, and I actually have a notepad on my website. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave it linked in the description box down below, and that is the tool that I use to write down my gratitude when I did do it a few months ago. My notepad ran out though, so I need to steal another one from the store because I love it so much. So yeah, write more gratitude. If you're someone that likes to manifest or is trying to get into manifestation, gratitude is something that will lift your vibrational status up, which in turn communicates to the universe that you are ready for higher and better things. Second last on my list is working on healing my inner child. This kind of links in to the therapy thing. I feel like I've done so much healing on my current self and myself from now and the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but through going to therapy and just working on myself in my own time, I would love to go back and work on healing my inner child. It's kind of hard to explain without getting on a really big tangent and getting into it, but there's lots of ways in which I grew up where my brain is like trained in a certain way. I feel like the best way to explain it is to kind of move on to the next dot point, because healing my inner child and this next dot point definitely do like go hand in hand very well. So the next dot point is to work on healing my relationship with money. So for example, I am a very creative person, and growing up I was constantly told that creatives never were able to make a sustainable income. When I was in high school, social media was only just starting to be a thing, and the only way that you could be creative and make money was to like be an artist. So I think the ways in which making money as a creative person back in the early 2000s was extremely extremely limited. So that's just what I constantly heard. You can't make a decent living being a creative. You can't make a decent living being an artist. You can't make a decent living being an actor. So growing up, I was constantly told that people in those jobs would never ever make a sustainable income. So now, as I have grown up and I am older and I am now doing those creative things and making money, I have that limiting belief in the back of my head from when I was a child that these types of jobs cannot generate you a large amount of income, which right now in the world that we live in is the complete opposite. That was a little bit of a ramble, but hopefully that example kind of tied those last two together and properly explained what I mean by healing my inner child and also healing my relationship with money. There's obviously lots of other things to do with my inner child that needs healing because she's a traumatized bitch. An older, more grown up, more mature Lacey is here to save the day. And healing my relationship with money is literally just so that I don't have that constant limiting belief in the back of my head that is stopping me from achieving really cool things that I know that I have the potential to achieve, but I know that that limiting belief in the back of my head is the thing that's stopping me from just reaching up and grabbing those exciting opportunities that do bring abundance. So with all of that being said, that is a complete in-depth rundown of all of my 2023 New Year's resolutions and goals. I am just so excited for 2023. Like, I genuinely cannot put it into words. I can't explain it. I can't believe it. I am just, she has no words. She was too stunned to speak. And the fact that I'm even talking about these resolutions and goals being like attainable to me, it's crazy. Crazy. 12-year-old Lacey, oh, she's crying. She's sobbing. So is 25-year-old Lacey, to be honest. Let me know in a comment down below a couple of your New Year's resolutions going into 2023. I would love to hear all about them. Write them in the comments so that you can put them out into the universe. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel right down below if you haven't already. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you all very much and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Mwah. Bye.